Hello friends, welcome to Darshan Education. Now let's go into the video. In this video, let us explore about Class 7 Science Nutrition in Plants, Part 1 Modes of Nutrition and Photosynthesis. All living beings require energy to carry out various life activities like walking, running, eating, studying, and many more. They obtain this energy from the food they eat. The food in an organism body is broken down into simpler substances to get energy. The process of taking in food and its utilization by the body for various life processes is called as nutrition. And the food we eat contains various of components of food called as they are carbohydrates, fat, proteins, vitamins, minerals, roughage, and water. And these are nutrients. And nutrients give us energy, help in growth, and help to repair our damaged body tissues, and helps us to be free from disease. There are two main modes of nutrition. They are autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. Autotrophic nutrition. It is auto means self. The word autotrophic, auto is self, and tropos is nourishment. The mode of nutrition. It is a mode of nutrition in which organisms synthesize or make their own food with help of some inorganic substances such as oxygen, carbon dioxide, and water. And this is known as autotrophic nutrition. And which animals which perform autotrophic nutrition are autotrophs, and they are also called as producers. For example, for this is green plants. And heterotrophic nutrition. In the word heterotrophic, it is heteros meaning others, and tropos means nourishment. This is the mode of nutrition in which organisms obtain their food from plants or other animals is called as heterotrophic nutrition, and which organisms follow this mode of nutrition are called as heterotrophs. Example for this are all animals including us, and non-green plants and fungi and most of the bacteria are heterotrophic nutrition. Photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is food making process in plants. Green plants synthesize their food by this process of photosynthesis. As I told before, they are autotrophs. Green plants are autotrophs. They make their own food with the help of photosynthesis. In photosynthesis, the word photo means light and synthesis means to combine, or we can tell to combine is synthesis of food in the presence of sunlight. And it is performed by all the plants on the earth. It's a unique process. During this process, solar energy of sun is converted to chemical energy. They absorb the solar energy of sun and make it to chemical energy. Photosynthesis can be defined as synthesis of complex organic substances like carbohydrates from simple inorganic raw materials. They are like carbon dioxide and water, with the help of chlorophyll in the presence of sunlight energy. Once I repeat, photosynthesis can be defined as synthesis of complex organic substances like carbon carbohydrates from simple inorganic raw materials like CO2 or carbon dioxide and water with the help of chlorophyll in the presence of sunlight energy. And the chemical reaction of photosynthesis is 6CO2 or 6CO2 plus 6H2O in presence of sunlight and chlorophyll gives rise to C6H12O6 plus CO2, or we can tell it as carbon dioxide from the air and water from the soil in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll gives rise to carbohydrates that are food stored in the plants, or carbohydrates or glucose, and oxygen. It is released into the air. What happens during photosynthesis? During the process of photosynthesis, oxygen is evolved or released by the plants. The carbohydrates or glucose ultimately get converted into starch. The presence of starch in the leaves indicates the occurrence of photosynthesis. And as the process of photosynthesis mainly occurs in leaves of the plant, thus leaves are considered as food factories or kitchens of plants. Besides leaves, photosynthesis can also occur in certain other green plant parts such as green stem. The descent plants have a scale or spin-like leaves to reduce loss of water by transpiration. These plants have green stem which carry out photosynthesis. And let us learn one more thing. Heterotrophs, or you know that heterotrophs depend on other animals for food. Directly or indirectly depend upon green plants for their nutrition. As green plants get their energy to prepare food from the sun, thus sun is ultimate source of all organisms. It is like as I told before, plants depend on sunlight energy for photosynthesis, and herbivores depend upon plants, and carnivores or other animals depend on these herbivores. So indirectly or directly or indirectly, heterotrophs depend on plants. Let us learn about each component required in photosynthesis. Chlorophyll, the cell of green leaves and young green stem of plants contain numerous green structures called chloroplasts. These chloroplasts are green in color because of the presence of a green pigment, and the green pigment is called as chlorophyll. The chlorophyll taps solar energy for photosynthesis. This energy is then used to synthesize food from carbon dioxide and water. Carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide. Leaves take carbon dioxide from the air through their thin pores called as stomata, or singularly known as stoma. And these stomata are located on the leaf surface. Each stomata is surrounded by two guard cells. These guard cells control the opening and closing of stomata or stoma. water and minerals. Water and minerals absorbed by the plant to root hair are transported to leaves by the vessel known as xylem vessel. And these xylem vessels ran like pipe throughout the root and the stem, the branches, and leaves. Continuous path of storage for water and other nutrition to reach the plants. And the food synthesized by the green plants should be transported to other parts of the plant so that they also get food. It is transported by the pollen vessel. And these pollen vessels run like in the same manner but from uh, leaf to the stem to the leaf to the branches, branches to the stem to roots, and all parts. But the food that plants make is not only used by themselves. Then who uses the plant? We, humans, entire living organisms, full world depend upon these plants for food. Let us learn about cell. You may have seen buildings are made up of many bricks. Similarly, the bodies of living organisms are made up of thin units called cells. These cells can be seen only under a microscope as they are too minute to see. Some organisms are made of only one cell and this is known as unicellular organisms. But humans are made of many cells. We are known as multicellular organisms. And the cell is enclosed by a thin outer boundary and they are called as cell membrane. And most cells have a distinct or centrally located spherical structure and these are known as nucleus. This nucleus is surrounded by a jelly-like substance called cytoplasm. Once I repeat, they have cytoplasm, nucleus, cell membrane, and this cell membrane is bounded to the cell, and chloroplast is surrounded by the nucleus. Nucleus is present in the it is a spherical structure present in centrally located. It is centrally located. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, like and share. If you think this videos are nice, subscribe my channel.